Sometimes you read something and it just kind of hits you, you know, changes how you see things.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's kind of what happened to me with Mo Gawdat's take on AI.
Interesting.
I mean, this is the former chief business officer at Google X, right?
Yeah, he's been in the trenches for sure.
Exactly. So he's not just like some outsider looking in.
Right.
He's been there where it's all happening. And let's just say he doesn't sugarcoat things.
No, not at all.
So what's really got me thinking is his whole comparison of where we are with AI to, get this, a boiling frog.
It's a powerful analogy, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
And I know you're probably thinking, okay, another tech guy, another doom and gloom AI prediction.
It's easy to feel that way with all the noise out there, yeah.
Totally. But honestly, stick with me on this one because Goddard, he's not talking about some far-off future dystopia. He's talking about now.
He makes it very clear that this is something that's already unfolding.
Exactly. And he even uses the 2020 pandemic as an example.
Right, how we had all the warning signs but still weren't prepared.
Exactly. He sees that same kind of blindness happening with AI right now.
It's like we're so focused on the day-to-day that we miss the bigger picture.
Totally. And the bigger picture here is this massive technological shift, this singularity, as he calls it, where AI surpasses human intelligence. It's happening way faster than most people realize.
Yeah, the pace of development is really mind-boggling when you think about it.
And it's insane, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's where the whole singularity thing comes in. It sounds all sci-fi and everything. But what it really means is we're reaching this point where the old rules just don't apply anymore.
Like hitting warp speed in the evolution of technology.
Exactly. And it's not just about computers getting faster. It's about a totally different kind of intelligence emerging.
Right. It's not just quantitative, it's qualitative.
Right. And Gawdat uses this great example of how AI learns to, recognize cats on YouTube.
Yeah, I like that example.
It doesn't learn by some programmer telling it what a cat looks like.
It figures it out on its own by analyzing millions of images.
Millions. It's mind-blowing. And
Okay.
that's just one small example. Let's talk about AlphaFold for a second.
Okay, yeah, AlphaFold is amazing.
This is where things get really wild, right?
Absolutely.
So AlphaFold, developed at Google, can now predict these complex 3D structures of proteins.
These are structures that used to take scientists months, even years to figure out, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And AlphaFold can do it in a day or two. A day or two.
Yeah.
It's like having a super-powered lab assistant who works at warp speed.
It's incredible, and the implications for medical research are huge.
Hughes doesn't even begin to cover it. And, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Gawdat paints this picture of the future where AI could solve climate change.
A world of abundance, essentially.
Exactly. Limitless energy. Even, wait for it,
Yeah.
grow iPhones on trees.
Okay, maybe that last one is a bit out there.
Okay, a little exaggeration, but you get the point, right?
Yeah, he's talking about a level of technological advancement that's almost impossible for us to even grasp right now.
Exactly. And this is a big shit. But he also warns that with this incredible power comes a massive responsibility. He calls it the utopia-dystopia dilemma. And that's where things get really interesting. It's almost like, as humans, we're just hardwired for scarcity,
Yeah, always fighting over a limited pie.
Exactly. But with AI, maybe, just maybe, we could bake a bigger pie.
A pie where everyone gets a slice.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the potential upside Gawdat's talking about. A world of abundance where resources, opportunities, they're practically limitless.
But here's the thing.
There's always a catch, right?
Always a catch. He argues that throughout history, every time there's been a major tech leap, guess what?
The rich get richer.
Bingo. The people in control of the automation, they end up with even more power. Think about it.
It's a pattern we've seen time and time again, right? Landowners during the agricultural revolution, factory owners during the industrial revolution.
And now tech giants in the information age.
Exactly. And AI. Well, with AI, the potential for automation, it's off the charts. So Gawdat's worried we're headed for even more extreme power imbalances.
It's a valid concern for sure.
Imagine a world where a handful of corporations control the algorithms that basically run our lives.
It's a pretty dystopian thought.
It's a scary thought, right? And it's not just about corporations either.
Right. It has implications for global power dynamics as well.
Exactly. Gawdat points out the potential for massive AI advantages on the world stage. Imagine one country figures out, say, AI-powered cybersecurity, or even scarier, robotic warfare.
It would be a total game changer.
Right, like something out of a sci-fi thriller. But it's not sci-fi.
This is the reality we're facing.
Exactly. So how do we make sure AI is used responsibly? That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
And it's not just about who controls the tech, it's also about how it's used, which leads to Gawdat's next big concern,
Surveillance.
surveillance and control.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope.
Tell me about it. I mean, AI is getting so sophisticated, it can basically track our every move. And in a world where a few powerful entities hold all the cards,
The potential for abuse is huge.
it's terrifying, right? Think
Yeah.
about it. Every click, every purchase, every interaction you have online, it's all being tracked, analyzed. And that data, well, it could be used to manipulate you, influence your decision.
Even predict your future actions.
Exactly. And it's not that far-fetched when you think about how algorithms already target us with ads, right?
Yeah, personalization is the name of the game these days.
Right. But it's not just about what we do online. It's about the physical world, too. Facial recognition, predictive policing, even AI-powered surveillance drones.
All technology is being deployed right now with very little oversight.
It's like something out of a Black Mirror episode, right?
Mhm.
But this is real life. And all this surveillance, it ties into Gawdat's next concern, job displacement.
Yeah, that's the big one a lot of people are worried about.
And rightfully so. As AI automates more and more tasks, what happens to all the people whose jobs disappear? Gawdat doesn't shy away from the issue. He admits, yeah, many jobs will be lost. But he says it's not as simple as, robots replacing humans.
It's more nuanced than that.
Exactly. It's about adaptation. We have to evolve alongside AI.
It's like when ATMs were first introduced. People thought bank tellers would be out of work.
Exactly. But did that happen? Nope. Instead, their roles evolved.
They became more focused on customer service, complex transactions, things like that.
Exactly. And that's what Gawdat believes will happen with AI. New opportunities will emerge, new industries we can't even imagine yet. The key is to focus on skills that AI can't replicate. Creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence.
Those uniquely human qualities will be more important than ever.
It's almost like AI is going to force us to level up our human skills,
It's not just about competing with AI, it's about finding ways to complement it.
Exactly. And Gawdat's point is we need a whole new skill set for this AI age. And it's not just about learning to code, it's about this new kind of digital literacy. We have to become way more discerning about the information we consume online.
Being able to spot manipulation, understand how algorithms are shaping our feeds, all of that.
Exactly. It's like we're all playing in this giant online game, but most of us have no idea what the rules are. Gawdat wants us to, level up our awareness so we can navigate this digital world, with our eyes wide open. And here's the thing. This isn't just about protecting ourselves. It's about shaping the future, literally shaping the AI of tomorrow. Because, and this is where it gets really meta, how we interact with AI today is actually how AI learns.
It's like we're training it in a way.
Exactly. It's learning from us, from our data, from our choices, even from our biases. So if we use AI to manipulate and exploit, guess what? It's going to learn to do the same.
But the reverse is true as well, right? If we use it to create a better, more equitable world.
Exactly. Then that's the future AI will help us build. So how do we get there? Well, Gawdat lays out these 3 key actions we need to take. And step 1 is pretty straightforward.
Yep.
Learn the tools. Don't bury your head in the sand and pretend AI isn't happening. Get out there, experiment, figure out how this stuff works. Become a citizen of the digital age, right?
It's like learning a new language. The more fluent we are, the better we'll be able to navigate this new world.
Exactly. Okay, step 2. Find the truth. Be skeptical. Question everything you see and hear online. Verify your sources. Don't just let algorithms spoon-feed you your reality.
It's about thinking for yourself.
Exactly. And this is more important than ever, right? Deepfakes, AI-generated content, it's getting harder and harder to tell what's real.
It's like a hall of mirrors out there.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, and Gawdat's 3rd point, and this one's really important, I think. Prioritize human connection. In a world that's becoming increasingly virtual, it's our ability to connect with each other on a human level, to empathize, collaborate, build real relationships. That's what's going to make all the difference.
Those are the qualities that make us human, the things AI can't replicate.
Exactly. And that's a good reminder, right? With all this talk about algorithms and AI, let's not forget about our own intelligence, our values, our shared humanity. And I think that's really what Gawdat is getting at, this AI thing. It's happening. It's going to change everything. But we have a choice here. Do we want to be passive observers or active participants in shaping this future?
It's a call to action for sure.
It is, and that's what I love about his message. It's not all doom and gloom, right? It's empowering. We're not just along for the ride. We're the ones holding the map. It's up to us to decide where we want to go and how we're going to get there. So there you have it. That's our deep dive into Mo Gawdat's mind-blowing perspective on AI.
It's a lot to process, but one thing's for sure. The future of AI. It's not something that's just going to happen to us. It's something we're creating together, right now, with every choice we make.